making me 1 month I had it years ago. It was making me hate the people I knew in real life.
That's what I
mean.
mean.
Stuff they had posted was so hateable.
Yeah.
I just had to delete it. I said I can't deal with this anymore. And plus, I was always getting friend requests from people I didn't know at all. Like, and I'm like, these people I don't want to share personal information with that I don't.
Yeah.
So just getting awkward.
Yeah.
No, that's what I did too.
But
It is interesting how it's also watered down the word friend. Like, I was talking to Greg. Greg is a very fine gentleman who works at our house and fixes things. He's very talented and capable man. And
Is that your really thing?
I do. He's fucking brilliant.
Greg's awesome. Yeah, I love
He's
Greg.
You guys
brilliant.
walked in here, you guys were like fucking Greg. Always sucking dicks, getting pubes all over the.
Hey, no.
No, but
You said Greg always cuts his pubes over the sink.
Yeah, but I asked him to, so it makes
Yeah,
sense.
and he said he didn't clean it up, and he.
Yeah, but anyways, we were talking about just friends in general, and he's like, I don't get it. I don't, you guys talk about friends, but he's like, I've seen all these people who call themselves friends. They don't even talk to each other. They're just sitting there on their phones, and then they won't even talk to each other for weeks or whatever. It's like, when I had friends, if I need someone to bail me out of a gang fight, these are the people who would come, to my side. I want to know how many people that you call friends that would come, to your side if your life was in danger.
They'll be in your foxhole.
Yeah, that would be in your we had that foxhole conversation too, but it was funny. I mean, it's interesting the idea that we call people friends, but the truth is, for a lot of these quote unquote friends, people couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, so do this. Flip through your cell phone right now and think about that and remove everybody who's a piece of shit, worthless asshole.
I think people are too easygoing with who they
Associate with.
I feel like there needs to be an initiation.
Sure.
Yeah, there needs to be a test.
I have to put somebody in a life and death situation and see what they do before I'm like, all right, you're my friend.
Right.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Because you know what? Because if you don't have that test, when you actually have a life-threatening situation, guess what? You're fucked. Because they're not going to be standing behind you.
Stamper would pass, you pass. Zach.
Save you. What's the situation?
No, depending on the test.
What's the test? Give me a test.
If you'd run away or.
Okay, what? Somebody walks with a gun?
Yeah, all right, say that. Yeah.
You think Stamper would jump in front of a gun? But some guy walked up with a gun, you think Stamper would be like, hold on, stop.
I think Stamper
I would.
Not because...
You would shit your pants and faint like a dog.
No, I wouldn't even think about it. I'd just be like, oh, he's got a gun. Uh-oh. Plus, I don't give a shit if I do it.
Yeah,
I die.
Stamper would do it just because he doesn't give a shit. Mick would do it out of probably bravery.
And I do it out of martyrdom.
I think Zach would attempt to compromise with the guy, attempt to barter with him or something.
No, I would try to outsmart him. I'd
there
barter
you
him.
go. All right,
Be like, look,
cool.
take Jeff's arm.
Well, that's what
I would be Saul Goodman and Better Call Saul. I'd be like, look, just break his legs. It's fine. Don't kill him.
Okay.
Just get you sexual satisfaction.
You all solve it a different way, so
Yeah.
you're all unique in that regard.
You guys already had the conversation though about like if they're at gunpoint,
Yeah.
who would you take a bullet?
I don't think there's one person on earth that I would.
I think at gunpoint is a very different thing than a reactionary thing. you
Okay,
know?
let's say it like
Yeah,
this.
it's reactionary.
Let's say it like I think
That's when you
everybody-
really care.
Yeah. Let's say it like this. Let's say a serial killer captures you and somebody else.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm going to torture you or you, Nick, pick. I'm going to torture you or Jeff to death.
To death.
To
so
death.
I'm gonna die, and it's gonna be slow and painful.
No, he says, you're free to go. I will let you go right now.
No, I mean the person who's getting tortured though is gonna die,
Yes.
but first they're gonna make it really painful
Yes.
before they do it.
Yes.
Everyone's had this scenario in their head before.
Look, he's like-
You say fuck you because you can't trust the guy. The end.
Yeah, you know what I would do in that situation? I would charge the guy, and if
No,
he
no,
shot me,
you
he shot
tied
me.
up.
He ties me, then
He
I'm.
whacks you with a brick. He whacks you with another brick. He whacks you with a third brick. You wake up, you're tied up with your pal, Jeff. Jeff's like, okay, I'll be Jeff.
This is one of those
Hold on,
scenarios
hold on.
where you just keep adding variables
No,
to
wait,
it,
wait.
so you
No,
win.
that's the setup, right? Okay, I'm Jeff. Nick, what are we gonna do? We're gonna pick right now. Do you have my back, Nick? Nick, all the times I called you Chinese and made your photos on Twitter black and white. I didn't mean it, Jeff. Nick, I didn't mean it.
Mick, listen to me. I'm serious. I'm serious right now.
Okay.
I think I should be the one that goes free. Mick, listen.
Listen, I know you don't want it to happen, but I need to be the one that goes free.
I know
and
neither
I'm
of us have
sorry.
I'll tell everyone you were pretty. I'll tell everyone you cried a little bit.
You know I'm more talented than you. If you go, at least I can live on and keep the dream alive.
I can go on Twitter and Photoshop Angelies on you.
I'll be like, bro, I have more Twitter followers than you? Look at the facts. Look at all these facts.
Nick, when you die, I'm gonna draw you hugging the genie.
Would you do that when would you say to me, you have more Twitter followers?
No, I mean, honestly, I think...
What if the torture isn't that bad? It's like I'll cut your penis off and fuck in front of you or something.
I would look Mick dead in the eyeballs and do a thing that was like 1, 2, 3, and we would figure something out in that third second to get around the situation.
But
yeah,
like
what we do is
like
we look at each other, and at the same time we'd go, pick me! Pick me! And then we just keep repeating it, and then he wouldn't know who to pick.
It'd be like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't tell them apart.
You make him kill himself, be like, okay, you want to kill yourself, right? Yeah, confuse him, make him put the gun on himself, like, oh, kill myself.
We would just annoy him so much until he killed himself. In all seriousness, though, if there was that situation, self-preservation, I think, kicks in. But that's if there's a conscious decision to be made.
But also, I think the thing is, too, if you're going to talk about, like, the mind of the killers, because a lot of killers do, if they have multiple... They do that stuff, like the Columbine killers.
Yeah.
They did that stuff. They're like, "Do you believe in God?"
Right.
The people said yes. They'd shoot them. Like that was so. It's like you can't really trust fucking psychos like that.
Right. I would have said yeah in high school. Now, no, fuck God.
Yeah.
You can't ask that question when you're that young.
Not to be
Well,
mean.
they did.
They did. My mom sent me a book called Jesus is Calling or something like that. And
Screw him, dude.
No,
he's drunk again.
I was like,
let him go to voicemail.
No, I said, I was gonna say, if he wants to call me, he's got my number. He knows how to reach me.
What would Jesus voicemail sound like? Give us the Jesus voicemail.
If Jesus was
Give me a
on the
voicemail.
voicemail?
Yeah. You scream Jesus. You let it ring.
Oh yeah. Let's do this.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Mick Lauer.
Please leave your message after the beep. Boop. Shit.
Hey, Nick, this is Jesus. Just checking in. That, we're just reminding you I'm the guy that, did that thing for humanity. And, just, call me back.
If you'd like to re-record your message, please press 1. If you're satisfied, hang up.
I listened to about 5 seconds of that voicemail message and be like, hi, this is Jesus. Delete.
Yeah.
Sorry, moving on.
And it's like really, like, nah, bro, this is really Jesus. Listen to me for a second. You're like, who the fuck is this asshole?
Could you stop telling Mexicans to call naming their kids after me? Thanks.
They're all built in my dad's image, after all. Let's go to Outback sometime.
All 12 of us.
Wow, offensive. This is getting offensive fast.
I like Mexicans. Don't be silly. I worked as a busboy.
Very
Hardest working
hard
people.
workers.
Absolutely. And you know what? They complained, at least for the most part. I know that. You know when you compliment a whole race, they also consider that racism?
Do they?
When you're like, all black dudes got a huge fucking wiener, and they're like, that's racist. It's like, no, it's a compliment.
Like, black dudes do have huge wieners.
Wait. No black guy would ever...
Yeah, absolutely. No black guy said that to me, but I've had plenty of white people say, that's racist. You're making a lump assumption about an entire race.
That's because they're worried about their tiny wieners.
That's true, too. They're probably just
stop talking
embarrassed.
to your
And when you say
social
Mexicans-
justice warrior friends, Mick.
Yeah.
When you say Mexicans work hard, white
off
people get
Twitter.
offended because I work hard too.
Yeah.
See how it works?
Yes,
Exactly.
But I was going to say that for the most part, as a busboy and a server,
Black guys do have big wieners.
they do. I would know, and then also, well, I ended up dating a girl once. Who, we were kind of sitting around. We were talking about that, and we were lying in bed after we had had sex, and I had mentioned like the thing about like, oh yeah, it's funny that stereotype about black guys, having big wieners, and she just without hesitation was like, oh, they do.
Yeah.
And like at first I was like, oh, okay, ha ha ha. But then I was thinking like, how many black dicks have you seen where the lump like yes, for a fact all black dudes got huge wieners. Anyways. The Mexican guys that I worked with complained so little. Like, just, they worked so hard. They stayed later than everybody else to clean out, like, the oil, like, the frying machine and shit, while everybody else went off to go to the local bar and fucking party or whatever. And these guys worked so fucking hard. They never complained.
Hey, what brought this up this morning? I think it was you I was talking with this morning when we were talking about that people aren't welcome here. That
Oh,
people aren't
yeah,
welcome in America.
the whole idea of, like, because we were talking about Lewis and, we were talking about taxes or something like that, and like everyone's got to pay taxes. Oh no, I forgot what it was. Shit, I'm gonna have to cut all
Is
that.
this like a patriotism, nationalism thing? Or like...
it was about no, it was about immigrants and how people were complaining about having immigrants here, but in all of America was basically built on.
Yeah,
immigrants.
I was thinking, I was like, dude, there's no such thing. I mean,
You were saying there was
is.
no such thing as America because essentially, or as far as
As in, when you say that, I'm saying there's no such thing as American because, again, like I walk a block this way and they're full-blown Korean. I walk a block that way, they're all white people. I walk a block that way, they're all black people, all Mexican people, all Spanish people. It's just this crock pot of nonsense.
I feel like American is an umbrella term.
Here.
Right. So it's like there's still Koreans and there's still Chinese and there's still Mexicans, but there's an umbrella term for all of us here who are proud to have the freedoms we have and all that kind of stuff, which is American.
Is the theory that we don't want any more? Is that it? Am I missing the point?
You know,
But to say that somebody's not...
You're polluting the white gene pool.
Hey, check it out. We can do a phone call now. It's so funny this way.
Jack's holding a toilet paper roll.
I'll do a
I
voice
guarantee I walk into the bathroom and there's not a fresh toilet paper roll on the hook.
There's 7 in there that are totally.
he just clogged the entire
to go,
toilet,
or on the
unloading
hook,
that
so I can
toilet
wipe my ass
paper
pussy.
into the
Okay,
toilet,
don't do it.
just so we could get the roll.
Jeff, you want to do one little?
It's like the equivalent of Zach buying some cereal so he could just like pour all the cereal down the drain and then fucking grab the prize at the bottom of the box.
I'll do one too. We can do a couple of those.
Phone calls.
Yeah, just Jesus
Prank phone
voicemails.
calls.
So just offer Jesus
Hey,
voicemails.
this is Jesus. That's cool.
Right.
A new cast member has entered.
God damn it, Mick. Alright. Alright.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Mick Lauer.
Please leave your message after the beep. Boop. Shit.
Yo, dude, it's Jesus, H-Boy Christ here. It's my rap name. I haven't put an album out yet. I'm going to. I got like 6 songs written. 3 are about like healed people and stuff. I think it's gonna go sweet. Anyways, listen. I followed you on Twitter, and you didn't follow me back. I do a lot of stuff. I post like Bible quotes with like funny characters. Remember that character from The Goonies? I posted him, and he's like, that's just one example. That's not even that good, but like all kinds of 80s references. I give advice. Kids write in. One kid wrote in and said he was black. I just didn't respond. I don't know how to solve that. With suicide. No, that's fucked up. I mean that.
Okay. Okay.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Mick Lauer.
Please leave your message after the beep. Boop. Shit.
Hey, Mick. Hey, man. I told you about this thing I was doing on Facebook yesterday. Put the Gilligan's Island Marathon at my place. You're the only one who responded to it. You said maybe. You're the only person who even did it. So, why say maybe? What's the point? I made a lot of food. You said you were gonna come, you didn't come. Got a lot of food here, man. I don't think I can eat all of it. It's starting to rot. But it's still out, on my table. I guess I'll put it away now, but there's flies buzzing around. There's a lot of flies on this food. Bought a lot of food. I had a couple beers from last night. Bought a lot of beer. I'll probably just reheat the nachos, actually. Those look good. You know what I mean? Just see what you were doing. You said you'd come, but it's no biggie. I'm just wondering. All right, call me back when you can. Never mind. You know what? I'll call you back in a couple minutes.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't think.
You have reached the voicemail box of Jesus Christ. Please leave your name and number after the beep.
Hey, Jesus. Listen, man. It's not like I don't like you. I just don't like you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna favorite your tweet, okay? But that doesn't mean we're best friends or anything. I'm still not gonna accept your Skype request because honestly, I already have too many people on there, and I'm really afraid you're gonna like hit me up while I'm working and stuff. Don't take it personally. I do it with a lot of people. I appreciate all the good advice and stuff like that, but I'm just kind of tired of all this. And yeah, as far as the Gilligan's Island Marathon, I don't even like Gilligan's Island. I don't know why I clicked maybe. I was trying to be polite, but clearly I came across. I'm sorry. You know what? Just please don't call me again, okay, man? It's not personal. Just go away.
reached the voicemail box of
Mick Lauer.
Please leave your message after the beep. Shit.
You don't know who this is, but I know who you are. I'm gonna fucking break your legs and kill you. Oh, fuck the Star 69.
Right. What is that?
You have reached the voicemail box of Jesus Christ. Please leave your name and number after the beep.
Hey, Jesus, color ID, you fucking dumbass. I know they didn't have it back in 0 AD, but we got it now. Just seriously, stop calling me, and I swear to God, if you do again, I'm gonna stop being your friend on Facebook, okay? I'm gonna defriend you, and I'm gonna make it public. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it, and no one's gonna like you anymore, okay, Jesus? Fuck off.
What we doing?
I can't keep
Hold up.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Mick Lauer.
Please leave your message after the beep. Shit.
I've been here all day, man, watching Gilligan's Island. Thank you, by the way. And I don't know what you're talking about, man. By the way, you said you made a lot of accusations. My uncle's a lawyer, and he went to law school, so you probably never heard of him, but he's really famous, and he can do a lot of law stuff. And by the way, I know the devil, I told the devil your phone number, so I told you the home address too, so if you find Vaseline in your car door, or you slip around, you find marbles by your front door, that's the fucking devil. You fuck with the wrong guy, pussy. I can walk on water.
I gotta do it. This is his response, okay? This is the last one.
You have reached the voicemail box of Jesus Christ. Please leave your name and number after the beep.
You fucking leave a message like that again, I'm gonna meet you in the parking lot outside the church. You better fucking bring your cross. You better bring your nails. You better bring your goddamn dad. You're not gonna crawl out of this cave, you fucking little pussy. You little Easter pussy. I'm gonna fucking find you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna wait around for 3 days, and when you wake up, I'm gonna fucking kill you again, bitch. See you at church, bud.
Okay, sorry.
Alright. Why don't we talk about
We have all these.
shitty humor?
Why don't we talk about
AIDS?
shitty
Is that what
humor?
we're talking about?
Talk about random humor.
Let's talk about AIDS jokes, guys. Let's talk about AIDS jokes.
AIDS
We
is
got
not
some
a
AIDS
joke.
jokes.
Tom Hanks got AIDS.
Yep.
The Tom Hank?
Yes.
Yes.
Tom Hanks.
That's why he went to Philadelphia and put his little hat on to combat the AIDS, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie before?
Yeah, it was depressing. He died from AIDS at the end. Spoiler alert.
Wait, hold on, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's Toy Story, you idiot.
No, that's Toy Story 2, dumbass.
Oh, fuck.
I am curious what. Okay, hold on, Corey. Zach. You know a lot of history about conspiracies and all that kind of
I
stuff.
like conspiracies.
Yes,
think
I
they're
want to
funny.
know, because I'm sure you have quite a bit of knowledge in this. What are some of the popular theories as to the creation of AIDS?
I'm gonna go clean my pussy out.
All right.
That's one of them.
No, as a preventative measure.
One of the theories, one of the platforms, I'm sure you guys have all heard it on the school, on the playground, when you were...
The guy that fucked the monkey.
Yeah, the monkey fucker.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard about that,
Yes,
right?
so we
Yeah,
saw.
that's how it happened.
So that was kind of like for Outbreak too. They were kind of talking about.
Stamper's totally a monkey fucker. Stamper sees little monkeys at the zoo, grabs his little dicks, and this is what you get, Stamper, when you talk shit, you fucking pussy. When you walk out of that bathroom, we're gonna fucking swing and break your jaw off, little bitch. You're gonna pick your jaw up? Yeah, what's up?
Talk about let's all tell our Stamper stories.
Alright, so when I first met Stamper, he was like a big fat autistic guy. He was like, duh. I was like, Stamper, dude, lose that shit, get cool. He was like, oh, he became cool to impress me.
That's right. He picked
And
up
now
smoking too. Yeah,
he used to be like a fat guy. We all made fun of him, pushed him around, gave him wedgies, peed on him for fun.
Now he just drinks pee.
Now he just drinks his own
Jeff,
pee.
what was Stamper like the first time you met him?
I talked to him on Skype, and he said this is actually true, by the way. He said he fell down the stairs and lost an eyeball. That's true.
Dude, sorry. I mean, we were just talking about AIDS and stuff, you know?
No, you weren't. You were saying things about me. I know it. Sorry, I kicked the table. Also, that's not the conspiracy theory. The conspiracy theory is that
The government created a-
covered it up and told everyone that a dude fucked a monkey.
No, the conspiracy, well, there's a couple. I guess that would be more.
What did you say about me,
That's
asshole?
You'll find out.
No!
The monkey's like an urban legend, but there is a conspiracy that the government created AIDS to get rid of gay people.
Right. But then I also heard that it was created. I heard that one that they created it to kill gay people. But then I heard that it was more of like a population control thing as well, like that they were,
which we sorely need.
How does one even create a super virus like that, or like no, it's not even a virus technically? Right?
It's like a dude in a lab with a mustache, and he's like, "Yes, this is gonna kill everybody slowly over the course of 43 years."
I think it's the same with bioweapons.
Biological warfare.
Biological warfare.
If we wanted to kill people, there's quicker, more effective ways of doing so versus.
Well, virus. If you
think about when people like to fuck, right? Yeah. So you give them a disease that if you fuck, you spread it. That's all we do. We fucking eat and fuck.
Zach's had HIV for the last 13 years, right? It hasn't gone into full-blown AIDS yet.
Right.
No.
A virus is technically alive though. Most bioweapons could be called poison.
If something really, I mean, superbugs are a reasonable, like feasible way for, they could be a way that we would die. Especially today, I mean, the Black Death killed like what, 1/3 of Europe when it happened? The Black Plague?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those pass from person to person without
exactly. We have airplanes and trains up. People fly constantly.
Yeah.
You remember that scene from Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
The Dawn of the Planet of the Apes at the beginning, where all the red lines or whatever.
That was at the end, thank you.
Dude, we've all seen that red line scene. That red line scene happens in every zombie movie.
But it also happens at the beginning of Dawn.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm fucking sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you this time. Don't do it again.
Do you think the government is currently in the works creating a biological weapon or some kind of virus?
I think they already have some. I think they have to have.
With the plan to wipe out entire areas.
They have technology that we couldn't even wrap our brains around right now. I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I'm not a conspiracy fellow, but I do think there's definitely a lot of stuff that the government has that we have no idea about.
And what's interesting, it's not even just our government.
No.
Like, I mean, think about the other governments out there that have spent that fucking hate America and have nothing better to do because they're not fucking making movies and making shows like they're not Desperate Housewives, but Real Housewives of fucking New Jersey.
How's that any different from Desperate Housewives?
It's true.
You're just as fucking
the
bad.
Desperate Real Housewives of New Jersey.
I'm almost willing to bet all the secret technology the government has isn't even that.
No, it's like it'd be like, oh, that's cool.
I'd be willing to bet that it is fairly impressive
because the private sector, they have the brightest people ever, pumping out stuff so fast. It's like I don't see like a secret little government lab, even with a few thousand.
No, I'm not saying that there's like aliens and stuff. I'm just saying like there's absolutely like I remember what Jimmy Carter. I don't remember.
I'm not going that far above and beyond either, but I'm saying there are things that will definitely blow your mind, but not to the we're not going to Saturn in secret.
When Jimmy Carter came into office, he said he would declassify. I think it was Area 51 or it was UFO stuff. And when he came into office, he didn't do it because there was like a special bomber they were working on. So but we know what it is now. After it's been declassified for a little while.
JFK.
What about it?
What was it?
Okay, this JFK thing is really bothering me in the sense where everybody who thinks there's a conspiracy, who thinks there's like there couldn't have been one bullet that went through JFK's back and through whatever.
So you think it was Oswald?
It was absolutely Oswald. There was no second shooter. The only room for conspiracy. And if you don't believe me, look up what's it called? It was it wasn't Time. It was sorry, I can't remember what it was. I can't remember who did it, but I'll post. In fact, I'll post a couple of really good ones if you want to watch them if you're interested. If you really think JFK was killed by a second gunman, there's zero evidence for it. Every 3D recreation has proved that.
So we
lined up exactly. The issue is everyone says basically there's a single bullet theory where they say the bullet couldn't have gone through. Basically, it was JFK in the back seat, the governor of Texas in the front seat, and one bullet went through the back of JFK's neck and through his shoulder, through his neck or whatever, and into the governor's back.
So they say there's no way the bullet could have curved like fucking.
Yeah, but if you look at it, the governor was not directly in front, he was slightly to the left, and he was elevated. I think he was on a different level because the chairs were different heights. So it makes perfect sense. There's zero room for a second gunman.
Well, what I don't understand.
And also, the bullet that for the gun he used does tumble when it enters the body, which is exactly what happened. They've done multiple tests on this. Every single one says it was Lee Harvey Oswald. Now the question is, what motivated it? I think that's the only room for conspiracy when it comes to JFK. Is like,
why does it always have to be a major motivation? Maybe a guy just wanted to fucking kill the fucking president.
It's this theory where it's like he's the president, he's this big, and he had to have been killed by somebody who was this big too. People refuse to admit that a president could. I mean, for Christ's sake, George W. Bush almost choked on a pretzel. Nobody would believe that. They'd be like, no, it was the CIA that killed him. Because they think presidents are more than people. A bullet killed JFK, though it had to have been the CIA shooting him with a trillion different bullets from a billion different angles.
Well, first of all, if Obama slipped on a patch of ice and fucking broke his neck, there would be endless conspiracy theories about
that's the thing. It's like, who sprayed the sidewalk? Yeah, but then it's like, okay, so that's completely nonsense. It could have been fucking anybody for any different motivation. But the other thing is, to what end? Like, why?
Shooting the president and killing the president is a pretty good fucking motivation. Everybody remembers Lee Harvey Oswald's name fucking, 50 years after he died?
No, I mean, to accomplish what? If you have a theory like, okay, they killed JFK.
Because they're trying to crack it open and expose. One of the biggest theories are...
Expose what?
Expose the CIA, because the CIA really hated how
it was with Cuba, right?
Pussy. Yeah, he botched the Bay of Pigs. They really wanted a man who was going to go in there. But who took over? It was fucking Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah.
It was Lyndon Johnson who didn't do I don't know.
Do you think Oswald was hired?
That is the only room for conspiracy where I'll say, okay, maybe. The only thing I think, I don't think he was hired. I think he was a psycho. He visited the Soviet Union multiple times. He just didn't like the president. People, why did...
Why did you say he wasn't hired by the Russians then?
He could, Russia...
Or the Soviet Union.
Because Khrushchev, the leader of the Soviet Union, really liked JFK. He thought he was a very good leader. I don't think he liked LBJ, but not to get too fucking into that shit. But my point is, if you look into the JFK thing, there's absolutely zero room for a second chance. It's stupid. It's honestly stupid. There's also the moon landing theory. It could have happened. Why not? Explain why.
Why is it so out of the realm of your understanding that the moon landing can't happen?
Yeah, you know what's amazing is that one hoverboard video came out and more people believed that hoverboard video was real.
You know what I thought?
Than this fucking
you know what I thought was, like, one of their biggest arguments was, if you take down just standard footage of a guy jumping around and you slow it down to 0.5%, you could tell that they just did that. But if you understand animation, like you see the movement and what's happening.
It's also 1969, dude. Yeah. There's also fucking. This is great. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, you can look up a memo that Richard Nixon had prepared in case they couldn't come back. And it was like, on this day these guys died heroes. And this was completely reasonable. To get somebody to the moon and back, people, it could have very, very easily gone wrong.
I feel like, especially because recently we were able to land, what was it, a probe or a satellite on a moving asteroid.
Yeah.
That, people could, I think it seems reasonable we could land on a stationary object.
These people.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to Mars right now, and everyone's like, oh, no, there's no way you fucking landed on the moon, asshole.
There are people that are convinced the Earth is flat. And it's not a joke. It's like a good number of people who are convinced the Earth is flat. And then when you go into airplanes, the curvature of the Earth is the airplane windows being programmed by the government. These people are fucking psychos. They think every single aspect of their life. I mean, I think the biggest thing to take away from it is conspiracy theorists don't believe in accidents. I'm curious. One thing I always ask these people is, what big event happened in the last 200 years that wasn't planned? Right. They won't tell you anything. They won't give you anything. If their brother died in a car accident, it was a conspiracy. The government is onto them. They know what they're doing. Yeah. There's no such thing as accidents.
As if they're that fucking important.
Exactly.
Yeah. Humans do require a certain amount of rationalization. The idea that things could happen randomly without cause, I think, distresses people.
It definitely distresses people. Not to get into this area, but it's religion in some ways.
You're in this area.
Hold on. Somebody died, and you mean they just died? No, there has to be, and you start adding this metaphysical, there's this all-seeing being.
Right.
There's this big entity that controls everything. It's God, or it's the big government. It's a way for people who have no control in life to feel like they have control.
Right.
Who feel like there's order.
Or understand, right.
The world is chaos. So if you add this level of the government is fucking with the cheese and making people, they're putting fluoride in the water. That makes it feel like there's order.
And if nothing else, they have something to kill their time with.
Yeah, exactly. But you'll never see like a millionaire conspiracy theorist, because not if you're a conspiracy theorist, your life is bad, but I mean, there's tests that people who are in less control start seeing things, like seeing patterns that aren't there.
Right.
So I mean, if you're, it's the first thing people do. It's why a lot of unfortunate poor people start to pray a lot. Because it's your way of it's your brain trying to manage things and control things and box things up.
Right now, somebody is frowning at you and shaking their head.
Oh, blow me! Oh, fuck you!
This guy has no idea what he's talking about, alright?
Oh, tell me to watch Loose Change. Tell me how jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. Oh, a gray alien reptoid together flew into the World Trade Center with JFK's head.
From the internet.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those planes that are up in the sky shooting out noxious fumes?
Yeah, chemtrails. What are they putting in the water?
The chemtrails are poisoning the angels that God is sending to protect us, Zach. How do you
Fallen
feel
angels.
about
These
that?
angels are dropping like dead birds and landing in people's backyards. People are grabbing them and fucking them. They're keeping them in their houses just fucking these angels. Taking their wings off. Jumping off roofs with these angel wings, but they can't fly because they're not angels. You have to have angel wings in your body.
And a halo.
And a halo.
The halo's like your battery.
Without the halo, you can't fly. Stop trying to jump off buildings without the fucking halo.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
You helped a lot of people today.
Jeff, are there any conspiracies that you kind of believe that you're like, well...
No!
You don't think Iceman blew ice into the World Trade Center? That's what caused it?
I have better things to do.
You don't think the Incredible Hulks are pulling out steel beams underneath the 9/11 towers?
I'm not one of these people that needs to feel special by believing something, knowing something other people don't know. What?
The government did not...
I think the government is filled with semi-incompetent people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I was going to say,
And
it's
that's
also-
why conspiracy theories exist.
It's also not like an original point or whatever, but it's like...
Oh yeah, and then it goes. Yeah, it's like cyclical like that. Like they think that they're super geniuses, like doing all these
Oh
things.
yeah,
But
yeah.
The only smart people are the ones like building fighter jets and surveillance systems.
What's
They're
Jeff,
dumb as shit.
Jeff, do you know the term that they give people, us regular guys, these conspiracy theorists, what they call us? Sheeple.
Muggles?
You sheep.
Sheeples?
You sheeple. You sheep.
might as well be muggles.
That's a cool word.
It's Harry Potter, man. I didn't just pull it out of my ass.
I'm not a dork. I fuck girls and drink beer.
Fucking muggle, ew. You mudblood.
I wonder if you walked into like a football guy, if you didn't know what that was, if he like punch you because he thought it was like some insult because you made him feel stupid.
If you called him a muggle?
Yeah.
You fucking
I think
muggle.
they punch you if you call him a football guy. Hey, football guy.
Hey, football guy.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
What would Terry Crews do if you insulted him? Would he snap you in half?
No, he's so nice. Have you ever seen the interviews with Terry Crews?
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like the nicest
He's
dude
the
ever.
nicest guy.
I want to give him a big old hug.
Can he?
Yeah, he's a phenomenal artist, man.
I wouldn't say he's really good at what he.
Okay, phenomenal, no, but yeah, he's surprisingly good.
He's one of those guys that kind of copies photographs, but he does it really well.
Right.
He actually can draw pretty well.
Every interview I've seen with him, he seems like the nicest guy. He seems really down to earth.
And then you get behind closed doors.
Yeah, and then he just fucking fucks your skull.
Have you ever seen George Bush's paintings before?
Yeah.
They're fucking funny.
Now, what do you think of these people who, every time I'm on the internet, the only art that seems to be getting praised is people who copy photographs.
That's a...
Like you go to like fucking Reddit, it's like every hobby.
Well, there's a problem right there. You go to Reddit. A lot of stuff on there will fucking irritate you.
A copied photograph. They're like, you are so talented.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess you are in a certain way, but
I think the more people start to figure out the internet and what it really is, like we're still in this transitional period where everybody's blown away by everything because you're being put in touch by the 43-year-old woman that lives next door to you and then the dude up the street. So they don't really, there's no defining boundary there. You're all in this fucking room it's not awkward anymore.
I don't know. It's interesting, like what people will like give on Reddit. They'll give it like 8,000, ups or whatever of some guy who took like a picture of themselves every day for a year and then strung it all together. But there's some African kid who fucking ate 4 flies and drank a puddle of mud and survived for
well, you gotta
25
admit,
years.
he kind of deserved. He had it coming. Black people. I mean,
He chose to be born in Africa.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta admit the black guys have had it pretty good for a long time. They kind of get the occasional 1-2 to the face.
Still swinging back.
Yeah, they can take an uppercut once in a while. Us whiteys need a break, I think.
There's a science to making white people XD on the internet, Mick.
Yeah.
All you gotta do
Explain
is
it.
hive mind. That's all you
I
gotta do.
want to know this, Jeff. If you let's say right now, you had no scruples, you didn't care about what anyone's
That
opinion.
word, I hate the word scruple.
I was gonna say, what are you fucking my grandfather?
I am not fucking your grandfather.
Scruples. Well, you could.
No, but I'm not.
All right,
Available.
continue.
No, I was gonna say if you were to start a channel and you wanted all the knowledge that you have from looking at Tumblr and watching other YouTube videos, what would be your breakdown of the things you would do to create the most successful YouTube channel ever?
I'd blow up stuffed animals there in slow motion.
Holy
Huge
shit.
stuffed animals.
Did you ever see that Arnold
That's a
Schwarzenegger-
great
Arnold
fucking
Schwarzenegger
idea.
YouTube thing where he like...
That is actually, that would be so popular.
Did you see this? Arnold Schwarzenegger like had a tank, and all the videos were like him crushing stuff at the tank. But it was somehow underwhelming. It was like, oh,
No, wait.
I got crushed by a tank.
I would dress up cats like little soldiers.
Okay.
And just have explosions going up in the background as they kind of play with each other in the foreground.
And they would shoot lasers from their eyes.
Now, how many videos
All right,
do you think you could kick out like that? Do you think you would have to change up the recipe, or that alone, just keep making those videos?
I would call the YouTube channel Laser Cat Bacon.
Okay, right.
Laser.
What about Ninja or Pirates? You gotta have one of those two. But what's more epic than Ninjas and Pirates fighting?
Ninja Cat Laser Bacon.
All right, now we're on to it.
Now look,
Now we're cooking.
that's with bacon. Random rant a man. I don't even get into this.
Listen, what's not funny about bacon? You know what I mean?
Humor.
Hold up, Mike.
Yeah, go.
No, you got like a joke? Add bacon to it.
I thought
That's a funny joke, you know what I mean?
aren't waffles?
Your meal's not good enough?
I thought
Just add bacon, man, come on.
waffles, pancakes, cookies, and bacon were
Muffins.
Muffins.
like muffins. Are yeah. Okay.
Watch, here, I want to make like a generator for this, like cat, bear, dolphin, llama. I mean, all these hilarious animals. Like, just look at pugs. Wow, pugs! God, they're funny. Look at their disgusting mouthful faces. Also, check this out: food, bacon, muffins. I'm not done.
What is the demo? This type of shit like irritates us. But what is the demo? Is it like moms?
It's hyper kids who watch Invader Zim.
13 to 19, primarily female.
It's like girls who wear Invader Zim t-shirts. That's the audience, dude.
It's like we had that. All right, so just to bring up, not to shit on, because we're just like shitting on people like bitter cunts. But that,
Oh yeah, we
that
all.
Kickstarter that got like $8 or $9 million.
Oh, was this that bacon thing?
It's a card game.
Oh, sorry.
That first off, that guy, his art fucking stinks. I don't care what anybody says.
What's the card game? You don't have to give me the name. What's the game? What's the actual?
Exploding Kittens?
Yeah, it's
just-
called like Laser Cats or Exploding Kittens or something.
Yeah, I think
like
it's
that.
called Exploding.
So it's literally the recipe
I mean,
we were
it's
talking
so-
about for.
It's so forgettable that it's interchangeable. It's like, oh, is it Ninja Laser Muffin
The
Cat? Or
guy,
is
the
it...
guy who does it has this website, and he panders to just the biggest fucking idiots on the planet with his humor. It's like the top 10 list of what a dolphin would say if something, you know, just like it's
Is one of them
lazy.
every dolphin?
He's the guy that runs
lazy shit.
the oatmeal, right?
Yeah.
Hey, he's not bad though. He's put out a couple of things that are fairly good. He's got some.
I like a lot of the Oatmeal's articles.
Yeah.
Don't give me those eyes, Jeff.
We're not friends anymore.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, have you read some of his articles?
No.
I think some of the articles are great. I didn't know about this game that
Top
he was making.
10 lists. Top 10 things you can do with bacon. Go.
You didn't XD when you read that?
Look.
No, he's told some
cares?
interesting
Next
stories from his childhood and stuff like that. Where's my fucking thing at? I can't find it.
The most surprising thing is just like,
My Robocop wiener.
not to shit on another artist, but there's bad art, there's good art, there's bad art that's, you know, still kind of charming.
Yeah.
His art is bad.
Mark M is not a great artist,
Yeah, like,
but he has a really fucking
it's
charming style.
Yeah.
His art,
can really enjoy it.
that Oatmeal guy's art is bad and not charming.
Well, he's an entertainer. He uses his art as a.
Yeah, but it's art's not entertaining. That's his point. To us, at least, it's all subjective. Disclaimer.
Looks like something just a random 15-year-old would draw in math class.
And I think there's a charm to it. South Park is so fucking stupid to look at. It's charming.
I mean, am I sounding too? Be honest, am I coming off too like?
Well, it's all
hateful and
subjective.
bitter?
It's
no.
all subjective.
For the card game, yeah, and what it got? No, you're not.
Because I feel like people rightfully might give me shit because I might get a little too.
You're allowed to be
too hard
cynical.
on stuff.
Nobody's going to argue whether or not you're allowed to have your opinion. I think some of the articles are funny.
And look,
As long as you're not saying.
if you're listening at home and you're like looking at me, you're thinking to me like, oh, what a bitter, miserable cunt. It's okay. It's all right. I agree.
No, you're really good at Street Fighter, and you're an amazing artist.
You do draw the line when you start telling people that you are wrong for thinking.
Yeah, that's where the line is.
And also-
No, I'm not saying that.
And if I
I'm
had a
saying
fraction of
personally.
your talent, I would probably
stop.
I would probably be bitter as well when I saw shitty shit. That you got a huge wiener. You got a huge
I can do
wiener
that.
stamper.
Everybody can use
It just seems like if you matched up somebody who's actually funny with an actual decent artist, the card game could have been a billion times better. But
Yeah, and then it pulled like 8 million on.
I think that's the kicker. If a guy that's gold, nobody would give a shit. But a guy like way over.
It's just ugly, lazy.
Well, I think that's what it goes to. I think it goes back to that like thing, like the hype.
Yeah.
Right. So if we got like $1, you'd be like, oh, this isn't that bad. But if we got like $20 million, you'd be like, what the fuck?
And it's not even the art that pisses me off. The art doesn't even make me mad. It's just on top of the fact that the humor is so terrible.
Hold on. Besides the 8 million, what was he asking for?
Like a couple 100,000, right?
10,000.
Okay, 10,000, and then he got 8 million.
And then that untalented coattail rider came in and said, let's work together, and then it got 8 million.
I see.
And I think, like I said, when you see 8 million, you cross-rubs, you go, well, let's see. Impress me, 8 million, come on.
Yeah.
This better be worth $8 million. I think that's where it starts to. But if it got $5, you'd be like, it's not worth. I mean, it's not bad. You know what I mean?
I think it is the fact that it blows up so much. I mean, and then you start to see a lot of the flaws, and then you start to try to put the value to it. Like, this isn't worth $8 million.
Exactly.
I'm not even trying to attack the guy. I'm just saying. I'm actually just curious
how it got so much.
He's got a huge fan base. That's why. It's the same thing with the Simon's Cat guy who ended up coming out with the cat cartoons or whatever it was. He asked, I think, for like £350,000, which was like $600,000 plus, and I think some people were like, dude, that for it was for like one cartoon. Yeah, it was kind of like. Not look.
I was one of those people who said,
but that also ended up getting a ton more money, like over the thing. And in some cases, when people ask for an amount, and if they happen to have the support and it goes way over, you can't necessarily fault the creator. But when they're asking for a lot and they get way over even that, I feel like that's when I personally draw the line.
I don't know if we should cut this because we sound like a bunch of complainers, but it just kind of blows my mind. That's all. It just seems like there's so many things out there that are so much better than that.
Sure.
That's all.
$8 million could do a lot for a lot of other causes.
I see Kickstarters failing all the time that legitimately interesting, talented people are doing things.
Wait, stop. Are you saying that you'd rather see some Kickstarters pull through versus a bowl of potato salad?
That was a silly gimmick. I mean, that was stupid, but...
Well, in fairness, people who donated to that understood what they were getting. Like, they got on that hilarious, epic... they ever forgot about.
All these people at the aughts that can't wait to play their exploding kitten game with all their other aughts friends. Like they just go to conventions like MagFest and sit. That's where all these people go. They go to MagFest and sit like the game. No,
let's be honest though. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. You go to MagFest, asshole.
No. When the game comes out, how long do you think people are going to play it?
A day.
Do you think it's going to be the next big thing? Do you think it's going to be the next Wizards of the Coast Magic Gathering?
I don't think so.
The next Pokemon? The next
Cards Against Humanity?
Cards Against Humanity, yeah.
Maybe.
No.
I don't think so.
There's a lot of girls out there. A lot of cuties.
Yeah.
People think I'm better enough. I should just.
Speaking of fuck you, man, let's talk about old people in nursing homes. Stamper, when you get old and crusty, let's say you somehow survive your suicide and you become old and beautiful, do you want to be put into a nursing home? Do you want to be put into a home by your kids?
No.
Okay.
They're depressing.
Have you been to a nursing home? Have you seen
it is.
I have. I don't know.
Stamper?
I don't know why you would actively go to a fucking nursing home where somebody wipes. The day somebody has to wipe my ass is the day I'm hanging myself in my bedroom.
Stamper, you don't wipe your own ass.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. No, I was going to say, like with nursing homes, a lot of them feel, and I've been to a couple, but they not to express, they feel a lot like death row, but with perks.
Yeah.
For old people.
Well, because the truth is, you get a last meal at death row, it's not fucking.
Yeah, no,
processed food.
I'm saying like well, yeah, I guess, but with the nursing homes, you never know. Like you have to be best friends with someone. You never know who's going to croak the next day. Like it's kind of like with death row. You never know when someone's number is going to come up.
And in fairness, they're not called nursing homes anymore.
They're called assisted living. Actually, there are two levels. There's if you have the money to pay for it, you can put your grandparent in something called assisted living, which is nicer than a quote-unquote nursing home. It's actually it's still depressing because it's filled with dying old people, but it's kind of like in a dorm for a nice kind of for old people.
Dorm for oldies.
Yeah, but it's like it's got like okay decor and the people are nice. A nursing home is when you don't have the money.
Okay,
you have to send them somewhere.
I think either way. I think maybe people send their old people to one of those places because they're afraid that old guy's going to die in their house or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So basically, they're just pawning off.
Yeah, because I feel like if you had your grandfather making your house, And he was like, he had the guest bedroom. You'd always be like, man, I'm gonna have to throw that bed away. You know what I mean? Oh, he's getting his fucking death hands everywhere.
I mean, assisted living, they'll take you out and do stuff with you. They'll
take you out
for activities.
They'll take you outside and put a ball in your head.
I remember my grandfather went to one of those, and there was this old lady who quote unquote escaped. Every day she would roll very slowly to the exit and push her way out and get like a foot and be like, up, back here. And I was like,
and then 5 guys tackle her?
Yeah, started hitting her and tasing her and
batons.
shit. Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, if your grandparents have like $1 million in the bank and they're like, I want to go to a nice assisted living place for the next decade, that their money will drain faster than you can believe.
Yeah. I heard that shit gets eaten up fast.
Yeah, that's a quick way to upset the parents and kids.
It's cheaper. Put them down.
I feel like if I had a lot of money in the bank
and
I was incredibly unhealthy, I would just just take me out back and shoot me. You can have my money.
See, you're being
then
respectful.
They'd be fond of me after I'm dead.
That's right. Not only would they be fond of you, you'd be such a badass. Hey, you guys remember Grandpa Jeff? Do you remember the time when he wanted to die and he just handed us a gun and he went out with a beer and he got on his knees in the backyard and he said,
do it, pussy.
He said, take my money, it's all yours, just don't miss.
Jeff, get on a Harley and drive into the front of a
Jeff, if you were gonna die that way, right? Like, let's say.
Good luck laughing when you're dead.
I mean, Jeff,
bitch.
are you looking forward to old age? Honestly,
no.
Not even old age. Like 60.
No.
60.
No.
60-year-old Jeff walking around.
No.
You get discounts.
I can't wait to be 60. My balls haven't really dropped. Like
Jeff, you can be like you can.
I can't wait till I'm 60 and have like old saggy
I think.
Are you kidding me, Zach? Discounts?
Dude, I was at McDonald's today and the old fuck walked up and with the aura of death around him. He's
you
like,
want your
you know what he said?
Discount.
Yeah, check this out. You know what he said? He went, senior coffee. I was like, oh, what's he talking about? Is that like a dead guy language? No, she was like.
I'll take youth over my $3 savings at the movie theater.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
live to be there?
Hold on.
What's your idea?
You're going to go ask for
I want to hear
handouts.
the
That's
answer to that.
He wants his old people handouts.
He asked, what's your ideal age to live to?
You're not senile, you're not shitting your diaper, you can walk.
Well, that depends because, it's been pretty much proven online. If you're an elderly person, if you're hitting the gym every day, you can be pretty physically healthy for at least into your probably at the latest maybe your mid 70s. You can be pretty active.
Yeah, you're worried about strokes, sugar.
Okay, so I'm saying you're not wheelchair bound. You're not like you're not senile. You're not dying. You're not brain damaged.
I mean, I'll just say both my grandfathers. They lived to their early 80s. They still were able to walk around. They could do stuff. I think
90, right? Come on.
I mean, at the very latest.
Yeah. What's your cap?
Put a bull in me at...
Turn me off at 90.
Turn me off at 90.
I'll unplug you.
All right, people listening to the podcast will remember that because this is now...
What about you, Stamper? I'm curious.
47
Oh,
tops.
stop it. When you're 40, you're going to be like 56.
47 tops.
Yeah, Stamper said he had like 4 years left when we were in the living room.
He's been saying that for all these years. Stamper's going to at least be 150 years old. He'll never die.
I don't think I'll make it to 90. Nobody
if you could, without any problems.
To get to 90.
I've seen a lot of things. I've experienced a lot of people. I'm pretty much done with life. I'm good.
What about you, Mick? You're Chinese, so you're going to live to be like a million.
Yeah, I think a million would be good. I won't lie. I don't want to die. I want to live forever.
It's funny, everyone's like, everybody has this mindset where they're like when you're 15, you're like, yeah, I'll live to be like 25, I don't care if I die. But when you're 25, you're like, yeah, I'll live to be like 40, I don't care. When you're 40, you're like, but it's weird when you see these old people who are like 80 and they're like, I want to live another 15 years.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with George Carlin like a month before he died. Somebody was asking him like something, and his response was like
dying.
The effect of, no, his response was like, he said something to the effect of like, oh yeah, I'll live like another 15, 20 years or whatever, 10, 15 years or whatever. And he died like a month later. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
What do you think of married people who live?
What are you worried so much about death for?
I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying like.
You're totally worried about it.
I'm not worried about it. I'm saying people who, everyone's like, yeah, I'll die right now. But like the truth is, when even 70 or 80 or 90-years-olds don't want to die. They want to live like another 5 or 10 years.
I'm saying that I will die right now happily.
I could live to that age. I just feel like these people who are married that live to their 80s and there's like, oh, I'm still in love with my
They're not. They realize they're too far in.
They're just.
What, you could be sick with fucking 80?
How could you not be fucking sick of that person by the way?
Well, you do hear about those cases, those murder cases where it's like some 85-year-old man strangled his like 87-year-old wife and shit.
What the fuck?
Who could blame him?
What did she do for like 50 years of not pissing him off to the what brought
It was
to that
50.
point?
It was 50 years of pissing him off, and it was just
Oh, you
that
think
last.
that was just like he walked over slowly? She was like, "Stop it!"
It was built
He
up.
walked
You
over-
do hear about that? They get poisoned and shit like that.
Both of my grandparents, or on one side of my family, they both divorced when they were like borderline 80, I want to say.
Jesus
Christ.
And then they both immediately remarried to people they should have been married to their entire lives.
And
They were
died
they
one
were
day.
married for like 50 years, and then they divorced. And I was like, wow, that's really fucking late to divorce and then join with somebody else. But they're like super psyched and happy now.
Do you think?
And they're all dead.
I've thought about this too, though. Do you think? I mean, do you think by the time you're old, you're kind of upset that nobody wants to fuck an old person? I don't think someday
You're
decide-
old.
No, but my point is, I think old people fuck other old people not because that you somehow become into old people, but it's because it's all you can get.
I disagree.
You don't
I
think so?
disagree.
That's not
Yeah,
true at all.
because the older I get, I mean, my taste. It's not like I'm looking for
Yeah,
fucking
but dude,
17-year-old.
by the time you're 80, you're really gonna fuck your 80-year-old wife who looks like a corpse? Who looks
No,
like fucking,
you don't
looks
see
like
it that way.
Dude, I won't fuck anybody under 24 right now. It's not happening.
Zach, do you know?
Let's
like,
go do Jello shots and fucking.
One of the biggest
No, but
problems.
once
one of the
you
biggest.
hit 30, though, it's like everyone's pretty much adult.
One
right?
of the biggest issues that a lot of these assisted living compounds has is the spread of STDs among the elderly.
I'm not
because
doubting
they
that they
fuck
fuck. I'm not doubting that they
like
fuck.
crazy ass monkeys.
I'm
You
not
got
saying-
nothing to lose anymore.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying they don't fuck, but I'm saying like if a 20-year-old walked in and was like, "I want to suck your dick, old man," he would do it.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying, like,
I'm just saying he would not appreciate an elderly lady's saggy, veiny boobs. He could still enjoy those.
I feel like there's a cap. I mean, yeah, I think you guys are saying
Yeah,
like
but you're
30 or
working
40. You guys are saying like 30 or 40-year-old ladies, but that's like
No,
they're
you're
still
working with your current mindset, thinking about fucking an old. You're thinking about current.
Dude, I would
fucking
go
an old woman.
I would go older than 20 years. man.
Liar!
How old would you go?
Liar!
Yeah, how old would you
No,
go?
You first. You first.
How old did
Let's
you
see.
go?
Let's see.
60.
I'd do hot 50.
Oh, you guys are such pussies. I would say, bro. I'd say a hot 60-year-old. You're 50s. You fucking hypocrite.
I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not 50 yet.
You know,
when I hit 50, I'll probably say 70.
You're 95. You're gonna be like, oh, bring me that fucking Jeepers Creepers body. Bring me that fucking rotting corpse.
This wasn't a contest to see who was the creepiest
Jeff, what
dude
about
in
you?
terms of wanting to fuck old ladies.
Jeff, would you fuck a rotting corpse?
No, I wouldn't.
I like them right when they clock over to 18. I sit and wait. I'm waiting
You
by
got
the,
your watch.
I'm waiting by the DMV every day, waiting for bitches to come out with their license so they can drive me someplace and blow me.
Speaking of old people, I'm curious, how would you guys want to die? If you had to go out, they gave you a choice. They say, hey, you're gonna die, but we're gonna give you a choice. How do you want to go?
Any choice?
Any choice.
I'd like to,
Anything.
with Stamper, like ride into like a warehouse full of like drug dealers with guns blazing.
Yes, you could do that.
There.
All right.
Well, okay. Here's more interesting.
I'll take that.
Here's more interesting, right?
We have guns too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can kill as many people as we need. Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Here's another situation, right? You're walking down the street, a car fucking hits you, you're dying, you're split in half, you know you're gonna die. You have like honestly like a minute left. You can feel you're going cold because like, the guy who hits you is like, oh my, he's freaking out, right? Mm-hmm. You can tell this guy your last words, be like, tell everybody this was my last request.
I'll say this.
Jokes aside, I would, hands down, honestly say, tell the world Psychic Pebbles is a faggot, and he would go up to somebody and be like, he said, just tell the world Psychic Pebbles is a faggot.
I'd be like, just get Trend, make sure Psychic Pebbles is a faggot. Trend's on Twitter.
Put a
Hashtag. It's like, I don't know what that means, and you'll never know what it means, but I just said it because I had nothing better to say, and it'll ruin your life.
I want to come off stage. I want to come off stage from the Oscars with 18 Oscars in my arms for a cartoon I made with my friends that won like best animation. I want to go backstage. I want to have fucking the hottest fucking superstar woman, female lead who just won her Oscar for leading actress. Give me a fucking blowjob, and while that's happening, right when I fucking come, someone put a gun to the back of my head and blow my brains out.
Like American Beauty style.
Is that how they did it?
Spoilers!
Oh!
Let's do it again. 3, 2, 1, spoilers! Okay, all four of us. 3, 2, 1, spoilers! There we go, that's good.
Here's a morbid question. Let's say your entire family was wiped out by like a drunk driver.
Okay.
The drunk driver lived.
Yes.
And he was fine.
Okay.
and you decide to write him a letter.
Yeah.
If that driver was me, I'd fucking kill myself.
Yeah, would you be the forgiveness type of person or the
I think
angry?
I honestly think I have a
I'm gonna
threshold.
kill you type of
I think I have a threshold where if somebody did something horrible enough to me, I just wouldn't care. I'd dedicate my life.
It's too much. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd be the
Like,
forgiveness guy.
I would. I absolutely would. Because what else can I fucking do at that point? I would. You know what? I would probably beat the shit out of. Kick the crap out of someone who like kicked my dog. If somebody kicked my dog, I would go over to their house. I would pull their kids out of the school bus as they got home, and I'd fucking bash their heads in.
That scenario's got variables.
Okay,
I'd have to talk to the guy first.
Let's do it this way.
I might forgive him.
Okay.
Not a drunk driver. It's the fucking what's the Gerard Butler movie where the dude kills his family?
300.
What?
It's
law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding
What if it's a law-abiding citizen thing where you're at home, some dude eating dinner.
Make sure you watch Law-Abiding Citizen to get this reference.
It's like the first 5
there's a
minutes.
home invasion.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a home invasion. You're sitting there eating with your family.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you could be your kids, your wife, it could be your aunts and uncles, brothers, sisters.
Those guys are gonna die.
Yeah,
The way it happened in that movie, they're gonna die.
How'd you do it though? Honestly,
How would I kill them, or what letter would I write?
kill them. What would you
I
do?
think I could probably do what Gerard Butler did.
You think you would do that?
I could do close to what he did, minus a lot of the scientifics and planning.
Yeah, it's gonna be like I don't know if anyone could really do what he did in that
Actually, no,
movie.
dude. He put like poison into like the barrel of a cup.
If he was a guy that showed no remorse and he was like glad he killed everybody I knew, I could definitely tie him down to a table and do terrible.
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah, I could.
Because you're gonna die anyways. You knew it was coming.
I'd scoop his eyes out with a spoon.
You know what I always thought was a really good torture idea, but no one's ever done it? Lay somebody on their back and then tie them to a table they can flip over, like so their stomach is facing the floor.
Yeah.
But cut a little hole where their stomach is, so their guts are out, and then put them over like that, so it all comes out.
What the hell's your problem?
But think about it. If somebody cut your line, you could do that.
Jesus,
never do it again.
If I cut a hole in your stomach and flipped you over, your guts probably wouldn't fall out like a cartoon, Zach.
Hit him on the back like a
Heinz ketchup.
The Heinz ketchup cup.
Yeah, bash it around, man.
I mean, that happens with dogs if they get hit by a car. There.
Oh, everything spills out. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if did I tell the story about my neighbor's dog who got hit by a Suburban?
Yeah.
He was a big pit bull. And
Yeah.
His intestines were hanging out, and he still walked back.
And they sewed him back up, and he was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a similar story where I was driving to the Newgrounds office when I lived up north, and I was on the interstate, and I saw this flash in my rearview mirror, and it was animal eyes on the side of the road, and I was like, oh shit! So I got back off the interstate because I was like, oh, that dog might be alive,
Right.
or whatever the fuck it is might be alive. And so I went back, and then I pulled up next to the dog. And then I parked my car and I walked up to him and I was like, you okay, buddy? And I put my hand on his rib cage and it was ice cold. And I was like, oh God.
I thought you were saying like he caved in.
Well, no, but then I looked to the right and all his guts were hanging out of his ass. It was the worst fucking day of that entire year.
Yeah, when the dog...
And then I came back later on and to drive back home, and it was just like this bloody scrape on the ground. So some guys just came by and scooped him up with a snow shovel and threw him in the fucking trash. It was awful. It was awful.
You know, there's no coming back when you see some roadkill. Some of them look like they might be able to make it.
Yeah.
You know, like they're little kind of crooked. You know, like they're clearly
If somebody gave him CPR in time, they could have made it.
Maybe, but other times you know it's just wrong when like they kind of look whole, but literally like they got run over right in the middle in their guts. It's not like with the dog where they can put it back in. I mean, they're like shooting out their eye sockets, like they're done.
Yeah, he looked like straight, like from like 75% of his body. I was like, oh, hey, I've never touched a creature that was just like an ice cube
cold
before.
death.
Yeah, it was fucked up. Yeah.
I talked about this before, but I came out a minute after a deer was hit in front of me.
I remember that was one of my favorite stories.
God.
Too. How creepy that whole thing must have looked.
All 4 legs are broken, flailing around.
That absolutely looks like something from Silent Hill.
It's a fucking nightmare.
That's absolutely like a Silent Hill like creature, like a mini boss.
We could just stand there and just hope the thing died.
Because that flailing deer has antlers. Yeah, and you got to make sure it doesn't flail at you. You're like trying to run away from it because it's just limbs and hooves and antlers.
And it's it's a mini boss. It's got the normal music. It doesn't have like the boss music.
Right.
It's got like the sub boss music.
And like I was saying, the only nice part of that whole story was some guy came by within like 20 minutes and was like, "Hey, you gonna eat that?" And he threw it in the back of his truck.
Yeah, see, to me that's a happy ending.
Yeah,
that
would have been me, dude. I totally would have been like, yeah, I'll eat this thing. I'll give this thing a memorial in my belly.
In your toilet. Moving on.
Zach, you were just chastising me because I pay for TV.
Well, no, I was saying that nobody has TV. Like, nobody watches cable television. Like, not even cable. Nobody watches TV.
All right, look.
What do you mean nobody?
Here's the thing.
No, but okay, let me clarify. Nobody that I guarantee a lot of our listeners don't watch TV unless you like live with your family or you live with the roommate. I'm genuinely curious. I'm not doing
a
a
day
here.
on the internet. You swear nobody watches TV. Everybody's like,
no. I'll say this.
Comcast and I just download everything.
No, I say fuck TV because we don't even pay for like it's not that we pay for it, we don't watch it. We don't even pay for TV. Because by the time anything comes out, I have Netflix. I mean, that's what I use.
I think I feel.
But you pay for Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, but you can also go and watch any show you want to. With TV, I had to watch TV when I went to my parents' house last winter, or whatever. It was the most awkward thing ever because it was the first time I watched TV.
You know what? To play the devil's advocate again.
Who was last time you watched TV, Step? Honestly, you sat down and watched TV
At a bar. But at the same time,
at your house. Who was last time you watched TV in your house?
We don't have TV at our house.
Exactly my fucking point. I'm not saying
at the same time, I have Netflix at my house, and what do I have to watch?
That's my point too.
Fucking Leprechaun 2 and the fucking Exorcist 9. People have TV for a reason, and TV is still very important and popular.
I like putting it on for I'll put it as background noise or I'll just put it on the Food Network or.
Yeah, but you pay so much for that per month, though.
Well, Zach, I'm not starving. I can afford it. So.
Do you really afford listening to old bitches screaming?
I feel like there's some. I'd feel empty inside if I didn't have